Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of K9's World. I am Angry K9 and I am just returning to my base from a nice, long, and quite successful mining trip. I was just down in the mines doing some mining and collected a lot of stuff here, mostly coal, quite a bit of iron, which is really cool because I'm trying to build up enough so that I can build a beacon base. Got a few diamonds and a little bit of lapis and redstone. So yeah, we had a pretty good run on that trip. Got a couple of ender pearls too, which are always handy. And eventually I'm going to be, very soon, I'm going to be looking for the stronghold, which I might actually do before the end of this episode. Probably off camera though, because everybody knows how to find a stronghold. So what I want to do today, first of all, I want to take a look at a couple of things that I've done since the last episode. A couple of weeks ago. I had a problem with losing cows. Every time I'd go through a portal or log in or something like that, almost invariably I found leather and raw steak down here because a cow had died suffocated in the wall. So I raised up the bottom of both of these pens by 1 block, and now I don't have any problems. I have not found any leather or raw meat in there, so it doesn't appear that any cows have died. So I've been able to start breeding these guys again, and I did not have the problem with pigs, oddly enough. Really couldn't figure out why. This pen was completely full, but I went ahead and killed them all off because I needed food. So I've started rebreeding again, and of course the chicken cooker over here is working just fine. This is Assumeavoid's design. He's got it on his channel with a tutorial. Sure, you can find it if you look it up on his channel. So yeah, the other thing I want to look at, you may have noticed it just a second ago, but I now have 3 wither skulls. Yep, I was over in the nether working on the nether hub, and I ended up going ahead and linking up the nether fortress to the hub. And while I was down there, I ran across a couple of these guys and almost died. Actually, I have died quite a few times since the last episode. You can see I'm up to 28 deaths now if you look over there on the right. And one of them was fighting these guys, but I got my stuff back and I got the skull. So now I have 3 wither skulls, so I will be ready for a wither fight hopefully soon. I don't have any diamond armor. I've got a couple of diamond swords here. The smite one might be alright. I'm thinking about maybe combining these two. The looting really doesn't do anything against the wither, but if I can get another star, I will be completely happy. And of course, here is the remnants of all the pigs and the cows that I had. Turn them into food. And I need to pick up well, no, I guess I don't. I got a regen potion right there. I'm going to need a couple of fire resistance potions. And maybe I'll go ahead and pick up another health potion and regen potion, because what I want to do today is go over into the nether hub, and I want to link up several biomes that I've found through exploration to the hub. Now, you might remember in the last episode, I built the nether hub, and I used a lot of stained clay, hardened clay, that I found in a mesa biome. And I'm getting all the lag here. I am in the official 1.9 version now, no longer in the snapshots. And I always get a significant amount of lag when I first come through the nether, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, anyway, I've linked up the mesa biome, and I've also set up the exit or a way out into the open nether, as well as down to the nether fortress that I found. That goes down that way. This tunnel here leads to the mesa biome, and I've completely half-slabbed the floor. Now, this is not going to be the final design of these tunnels. I'm not really sure what I want to do with them yet. I've got a couple of ideas. I probably want to decorate each tunnel based on the biome that it goes to. So this tunnel would have some kind of mesa theme to it, and this just goes out to the open nether and to a nether fortress. So I'll probably use some nether brick and maybe some stone bricks or something like that to decorate this. Not really sure yet. Have all kinds of ideas, though, so hopefully I can do that. And the other thing I did in here to finish up this was this here. You might remember in the last episode, I couldn't decide how I wanted to do these lights. I had like 3 or 4 different versions. Shut up, gas. 3 or 4 different designs that I was going to do with the glass here, since they changed the glass panes in 1.9. Instead of having that little plus symbol of glass there, you get a rod now when a piece of or a pane of glass is on its own, which is really cool. I mean, it has its uses. But it kind of ruined my look, but I went ahead and decided to go ahead and stick with the glass rod. I think that's the best looking out of all the options I had. And so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, the nether hub is fully done. Like I said, I did... Whoa, loud spike. I did link up that nether fortress that we found way back when. And the hole and ladder and everything that I had right here is now gone. I filled all that in and took out the little shaft with the ladder and everything. Cleaned all that up, and that officially fully completes this nether hub. And I still really like this design, especially the ceiling. I think the ceiling's the best part of it. I don't know what it is about the bedrock, but digging all the netherrack out, I just think that looks so cool. And if you can get the lighting up in there just right to where you have enough light, and I don't have any over here in the corner, but if you can do it to where you can hide all the torches, which I tried to do, I think it just looks really neat. Of course, you can get a glimpse of torches every once in a while, just kind of looking around, but it's really no big deal. I like it the way it is, and that's all that counts. So anyway, yeah, I have several biomes that I want to link up, and of course I'm going to do digging all of the tunnels off camera. So I'm going to go back into the overworld and get myself ready for the trip, grab a bed, a few other items and supplies, and I want to go out to these areas, pick a spot for a portal, build a portal, and then I'll come back through the overworld and dig the tunnel out there, and if all goes well, I should be able to have tunnels to all of the biomes. I have an ice plain spike biome that I found, actually 2 of them, but I'm only going to link 1 of them up for now. One of them is really small, so I don't really think I need to link that one up. I also have a mushroom island that I want to link up, and of course a cold taiga and the ice plains that I found early in the beginning. And this is mostly spawn proof except for right here, I think, is the only place that mobs can spawn. That's why that pigman's here, so maybe I'll change that. Do something with that. I can put a pressure plate, a stone pressure plate on these blocks, which is probably what I'll do. You may not know it, but mobs can no longer spawn on pressure plates in 1.9, so that is actually both good and bad. It's good because it gives me something that I can use to prevent mob spawns without having to spam torches everywhere, especially in a design like this, because an extra half slab would just not look good here. I can put a stone pressure plate right there, and you really won't even notice it. And I almost hit that pig man. So yeah, you won't really notice it, and then that will make this completely spawn proof. I don't think there'd be any place else that these guys could spawn, as far as I know. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go in here and get my supplies and get ready and go out to these biomes. I got all the coordinates written down of where I want to go, so I'm going to go out there and start building portals and getting them linked up. Whoa, a little bit of rubber banding. Alright, and I am all set for this journey. I have my shield fully repaired all of my armor, my sword, and I also did a little bit of enchanting. All that ore that I had, I went ahead and stacked it up out there and chopped it all down with a Fortune 3, got up to over 30 XP again. So I enchanted a book, got a Power 4 book, so I went ahead and turned my bow into a Power 5 bow, repaired my sword, repaired my armor, and got everything else ready. Unfortunately, I only have 18 blocks of obsidian, which is quite unfortunate, because I can only build 1 portal with that. But I'm hoping that maybe I might find a couple of lava pools along the way, and I'll be able to turn that into obsidian. I just need to find my water bucket wherever I dropped it off. I'm guessing I put it over here in the storage room. Did a little bit of animal breeding too off camera. Bred some more cows and pigs, got those guys going. So let's see, my water bucket is right there. So as you can see, I'm going to carry a crafting table with me, a boat just in case, since boats are virtually indestructible in 1.9 now. Got a bed so I can sleep the night away, flint and steel so I can light the portals, and I've also got Eyes of Ender, because the first thing I'm going to do is try to find the stronghold on the way, and where I need to go right now is a little bit further out than where I think the stronghold will be, so hopefully I'll be able to do that on the way. And of course the bucket of water and some resistance potions, fire resistance potions just in case, healing potions, and a couple of regen potions. So to start this off, what I am going to do is run over here away from those noisy chickens and go up on top of the hill here, and I'm going to throw an Eye of Ender, and I'm going to follow that general direction. And now obviously I'm not going to record every or should I say, I'm not going to make you watch every bit of me trying to find this stronghold. Like I said, everybody knows how to find one. So I'm going to do all of it off camera. I am, however, going to leave the recording running just in case anything interesting happens. So let's go ahead and toss this guy, see which way we got to go, and it is going that way. And we got it back, which is really cool. I do have some ender pearls left over there, so if I lose any of these, hopefully I'll still have enough to ooh, a bone, to fix the portal, repair the portal, activate it, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to see if I can find the stronghold first of all. Alright, so I lied. I didn't leave the recording running, but nothing interesting happened anyway. But my ender pearls did go underground right here in this general vicinity. So hopefully we are in the right place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start digging down right here. And hopefully we're going to find the stronghold underneath here. Now, I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at amidst to find the stronghold location, so I don't know if this is the right spot or not, but I guess we're going to find out together. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this hole down here. Let me turn that off. I'm going to go ahead and dig this hole down here, and with any luck, I should run into the stronghold down here. And we have found it. So we're right down under here. Uh-oh, that's a monster. Yeah, one of those. What do they call them? Silverfish. I always seem to have trouble remembering what those are for some reason. But that's what that one is, so we're going to leave that one alone. And I don't really see the portal room here, so let's hope that there's another one. Hopefully I can find that pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and search for that off camera. When I find it, I'm going to go ahead and get the portal set up and head on back to the base and get one set up in a corresponding location. And hopefully we'll come out on the other end in the right spot. Alright, and now the moment of truth. If I did this right, I should appear in the stronghold on the other side of this portal. Keeping our fingers crossed. And we are in the right spot. So, we have a link to the end portal now. Awesome. And I've got enough Eyes of Ender to activate the portal, so that's great. So now I'm going to work on the other biomes. I'm going to link up to the Mushroom Island and to the Ice Plains Spikes and all these other biomes that I want to link up. Most of this is going to be done off camera because I'm sure you don't really want to watch me just running back and forth. And the next moment of truth, if we did this well, we should come out on the Mushroom Island. So here we go. Keeping those paws crossed. And we are on the Mushroom Island, right where we need to be. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, if we did this one right, this should put me in the Ice Plains Spikes, the Ice Spikes biome. So we're going to go through here, paws crossed, and hopefully we come out in the right place. And we are in the right place. Awesome. This is actually the Small Ice Plains Spikes biome. The Small Ice Spikes biome. I didn't go to the large one. I will do that later. Alright, on to the jungle, and we didn't even have to dig a new tunnel. We just branched off from the tunnel that goes to the Mushroom Island, which is a good thing because digging these 3x3 tunnels is taking a lot of time, so I think for the rest of these, I'm just going to dig the little 2x1 tunnel until I get the portal set up, and I'll dig the big tunnel later. So anyway, if I did the math correct, I should end up right in the middle of the jungle somewhere. So here we go, paws crossed, hoping we're going to find our way to the nice big tall trees of the beautiful Minecraft jungle. And we are indeed in the jungle on top of one of those very big tall trees. That is rather inconvenient. I think I'm going to have to move the tunnel down, or the portal down at some point in time, but at least we are in the right place. Okay, if I did the math right, I should be able to kill two birds with one stone with this one. I should end up in a Mega Taiga and a Cold Taiga at the same time. That was where I wanted to be. Hopefully, we'll be very close to both of them. As close to the border of the two as we can get. Let's see. Glad to see that it's daylight at least. And we are in a cave. This is not good. This was not supposed to happen. Okay, so I moved the portal up out of the cave, and it turns out we were really just a few blocks above, below the surface there. About, maybe 12 blocks below. So we're in the cold taiga, however you say it, and the mega taiga is right over here. So we got what we wanted. 2 biomes for the price of 1. And finally, last but not least, I've set up a portal to an ocean monument. At least it will be, hopefully, an ocean monument. And this too is off the same tunnel that goes to the Mushroom Island. That portal right over there goes to the Mushroom Island. The one to the jungle is back that way. So hopefully I am going to spawn somewhere near an ocean monument, probably way up in the sky, if this works out right. And we are spawning over the ocean, way up in the sky. And there is an ocean monument right there. Okay, great. I was getting a little worried for a second there because I didn't see it. But, yep, way up in the air, just like I figured we would be. And the ocean monument's over there. I'll probably end up moving the portal down there to the ocean surface as well. Obviously, I'm sure you know what I want to do with this ocean monument. I do intend to turn it into a farm, and it's going to take some time. Probably end up doing most of that work off camera, but I still have to conquer it first, and that might get a little tricky because I don't have diamond armor yet. So I got to make some of that up and get some protection and chance on it. So I'm going to need some kind of XP farm that I can set up first. I have not found any spawners yet. No dungeons, no skeleton or zombie spawners. I'm hoping to find a skeleton spawner soon before anything else. But of course I could set up, I guess, a blaze farm. I think would be good for an XP farm. As far as I know, some of the 1.8 blaze farms still work in 1.9. So I'll have to put one of those together in a creative test world and try them out, see if it works. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Got all these portals set up everywhere. I'm probably going to need to go anytime in the future. Eventually I want to set one up to a witch hut, but I'm going to use a MITS to find the right witch hut because I need one specific type of witch hut, or at least the terrain around it needs to be a specific type of terrain, mostly flat, so that I don't have to spend my time digging through big mountains or anything like that. And if I'm lucky, who knows, maybe I'll find a dual or even quad witch hut. That would be really cool, but I very seriously doubt it. So yeah, anyway, like I said, that's going to do it. Sure do appreciate it if you watched this far. I really do appreciate the support and everything that you've given me over the years and up to this point, and hopefully I'm going to keep on keeping on. Please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. My name is Angry K9, and I will see you next time in K9's World.